All right, I'm here at the PF Chang's in Laval, and it's a very exciting moment. We've got Mr. Philip Chang, the founder of this worldwide famous restaurant chain. Pierre Duc from Group Sports Scene, the man behind the marketing, and of course Jean Bedard, very well known in the sports community, the CEO of Group Sports Scene. First of all, Jean, I just want to ask you, how exciting is it for you to finally meet, well, you've met him before, but to have Philip Chang here in Montreal?
Yeah, I have the chance to meet Philip before at the annual meeting, International PF Chang annual meeting in California a couple of months ago. But to have him here in Quebec, in Laval, in our restaurant, we were excited. Yeah.
And just how is it going so far? You have two restaurants. You bought the PF Chang's brand for Canada in the summer. Are you happy with how things are going so far?
Yeah, I think it's a great brand. You know, there's a lot of work to do because the restaurant industry right now has got a lot of issues. You know, the economy in Quebec is going a little bit slower, so it's a very good brand, very good people to work with, very profitable people, and we're excited about the future. Yeah.
So Pierre, part of the branding is a big part today. You've been looking forward to this moment of bringing Philip Chang to Montreal, and I guess this is a big part of your campaign right now, to show him, to everybody, that PF Chang's is strong in Montreal and will be expanding.
Yeah, I guess the number one mission that we have right now, marketing and communication-wise, is to raise the level of awareness about the PF Chang restaurants in the province of Quebec. So, like for me, and for Sports Scene from a marketing perspective, this is all about making sure people are aware the brand exists in Quebec and start attracting more people. Aside from that, everything becomes secondary. It's about building the brand slowly but surely. And obviously, with Philip's visit this week, we've reached some phenomenal numbers in terms of Facebook viewers, ad viewers. You know, you can measure all that stuff now almost immediately. So it's definitely triggering what we had in mind for this week. So it's been a very fun week. You know, in addition to spending some quality time with this gentleman here, he's got some great stories about a lot of stuff. So it's a privilege.
Philip, I met you. Philip, I met you 3 years ago, almost 3 years to the day, when I first met you and interviewed you on DeCarry, and that was very exciting because it was basically the first PF Chang's in Canada had come to Toronto a few months earlier, then in Montreal. Now it's new ownership. You must be delighted because I know there was a time there was some concern, would PF Chang survive here, and now it's got a new lease on life.
Yes, I'm very excited, you know, especially to see their restaurants, you know, here in Quebec, and that was really exciting because personally I haven't seen it yet, and to experience that was very exciting, and to spend some time with them and see what they're all about, you know, terrific. I mean, the company, the people, to me, it's all about the people, so it's been a wonderful experience so far.
There's been some changes with PF Chang's since we last met. It's no longer China Bistro, it's just PF Chang's, and you've added a lot of interesting things to the menu. I know as a happy diner, I love the sushi, for instance.
Yes.
So what can you tell us about the changes to the name, the changes to the menu?
Well, basically, we took the China Bistro away because we are not just Chinese anymore. We become Asian. And you know, now we just dropped the bistro. Although we're not calling ourselves, you know, particularly like Asian, but we are expanding our menu to encompass other cuisines from other parts of Asia. And sushi is part of that. It was an experiment that we started in the States a few years ago, and then some of our international partners took it on, and it just, you know, went crazy for a while in some of these countries. So now everybody's joined the bandwagon, and we've seen some success with it, and people really seem to like it. And because it's also in keeping with a new style of eating, which is light, clean, fresh, and people seem to really enjoy the sushi part.
Pierre, how successful has the sushi and the new menu items been in the two restaurants?
Actually, it's been the response to sushi was very surprising. So we're very happy about it. But I also believe we got to push really hard on some of the core elements of the menu, which are successful globally. Interestingly enough, I've learned from Philip this week that maybe the top 5 or 10 items, their best-selling items, are basically the best-selling items in pretty much every country that they operate. So that's a key learning for us as well, just to make sure that, hey, let's also focus on those elements. Sushi is a great addition to the menu, but there's some key learnings for us as well, that, just to build on what these guys have been doing in other parts of the world.
Jean Bedard, you've eaten casual sport chicken and ribs for many years. What's your favorite item at PF Chang's right now?
I would say I'm a fan of PF Chang for a long time.
The ribs.
No. I'm a fan of the lettuce wrap. Honestly, it's simple. It's very good. It's flavor. It's light. So I love to eat I will eat that in a couple of minutes after the interview because I like PF Chang. I like to go there. I had a chance to go in the U.S. Every time I go to the U.S., I try to find PF Chang, and I think it's great food, great atmosphere, and they're doing a great job.
Philip, how many countries is PF Chang's in right now?
Ooh,
22.
there you go. He knows better than I do.
I was at the annual meeting.
Yeah, I get lost. I know it's over 20, and I don't know how many exactly. So yeah, it's over 20 now, and pretty soon we're going to open in, hopefully by the end of the year, London.
London, England?
Yeah, Western Europe is going to be our next
Isn't that interesting?
attempt. Yeah.
You're not in that part of the world yet?
Not yet, but we're going to do a little something different. You'll see when we open. Hopefully it works out. And, we'll spread through maybe Western Europe, and we'll see.
Can you tell us what made you decide to make another visit to Montreal right now? Was it to come and, give a nice pat on the back to the new ownership?
Part of it, encouragement, support. They're wonderful people, man. I want it to work for them for sure. And as John was mentioning too, the global economy is going to take a hit in the next few years. I think we all know that. But as Paul Fleming said, one of the founders said, when people want to dine out and when things are not good, when they do go out, they want something special. I think we offer that. We serve that special, dining experience. So I think PF Chang is going to do well.
My last question is to Pierre.
There all night.
To Pierre, my last question is, what are plans? You do plan to expand beyond the 2 restaurants. That is your goal, correct?
Like I said, there's a reason why we've invested in this brand. So it's a step-by-step approach. The number one mission right now is to make sure that the level of awareness of the brand is strong, which will bring us to a point where we can actually develop. But obviously, when you invest into a business like this, the whole idea is to grow and develop. It's a step-by-step approach for sure. But that's the intent for sure. Last but not least, I'd like to go on the record on something very serious. I'd like to go on the record to say that I had the privilege of having Mr. Philip Chang eating a club sandwich in a casual spa this afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that,
That is something. Wow.
It was delicious.
All right.
It was really delicious.
Well, welcome back to Montreal, and thank you very much for the time.
Thank you for being here. Yeah.